further evidence that it's not the most robust class of free agents. The biggest name quarterback entering the day was a guy who has 6 career starts over 4 seasons, 2 that did not go well with the Titans, and 2 that went amazingly well as a backup with the Green Bay Packers. Malik Willis, and we had said the 2 teams to watch were the Dolphins and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They're either going to go after him,
right,
or if they're not interested, stay away. Because they know him, they're in a position to know him. The Dolphins know him better than anyone other than the Packers. With the brain trust they have there now, John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley. They were with him for 2 years. And that's why I kept seeing this limited sample size. Yeah, for everyone else. But for Sullivan and Hafley, they worked with the guy for 2 years. They lived with the guy for 2 years. They saw him in meetings and how he conducts himself for 2 years. They saw him on the practice field for 2 years. They traveled with him for 2 years. That's enough time. Think about all the darts that are going to be thrown next month in Pittsburgh for the draft with guys that you're relying upon trying to get information from people who were with a guy.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yes. You saw it daily. Right. You saw game evidence. You saw you're Jeff Hafley. You're the defensive coach. You saw him on scout team every day going, man, my defense can't stop this freaking guy on the scout team every day. So you're exactly right. They got the inside info. And they know how he operates. They know the person. And we know that when it's a new regime, those are the things that make a new regime feel comfortable and cozy. Wait, a guy that knows us, knows how we operate, can help us in the locker room and be an ally and make sure that everybody kind of knows how we operate and help out that way. And we know the kid's got talent. And he does. And like, Mike, to your point, you're exactly right. Like, first off, you got to take a chance at some point. I mean, you got to take a chance. Okay. So you took a chance on a guy who is a phenomenal athlete, who's really grown as a quarterback. If you watch the 6 damn games, you go, does he ever miss a throw or not throw an impressive throw? That's what you look at. I mean, it was efficient beyond efficient. And then on top of that, elite playmaking ability. So, yeah, to give a guy like this a deal for sure, and you got the inside track on him and know how he looks. And I'm sick of, like, the small sample side. Well, okay, let me give an opposite here. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield had a big sample size of crap. Or they was just crap, but we were okay with that. And look what happened. Whoa, Sam Darnold, what a sample size. Crap. Oh, he gets with the Vikings. It's pretty good. And then he gets to the Seahawks, and he's the Super Bowl. I mean, so, yeah, things happen. Guys grow. They get in better situations. They learn how to play the game, and I think we saw that Malik Willis. Cool. I'm really happy for him to get his opportunity down there in Miami, and we'll see what he's got here.
And again, it's not like they're paying him $53.1 million per year.
Exactly.
That's a number that Dolphins fans will want to forget forever because that's what they paid Tua Tagovailoa per year. And in hindsight, this is one of those where, and I'll blame it on sleep deprivation, the moment that they announced on Monday, when they didn't have to, when they said goodbye to Tua on Monday, what were they doing? They're clearing the decks. So when they do this deal with Malik Willis, the first question isn't, well, what's that mean for Tua? We already know what it means for Tua. He don't live here no more. We've moved on. So in hindsight, they did it exactly the way they should. We gotta cut the cord here with Tua, move on, let him go. Tua, you're free to leave via con Dios and go find another team. And hell, by mid-afternoon,
you called it. You said it.
Reached an agreement with the Falcons.
You said you thought that was the team that might happen there. I don't know if you had inside info or if you were, had the reverse Malocchio going. You had it all working. The Magic, though, you kind of called that yesterday.
Well, but sometimes, again, 25 years, right? Patterns, practices, the things that will catch someone's eye. And the Dolphins went into Atlanta last year and beat the hell out of the Falcons 34-10. And I think the Falcons were coming off of one of their – of course, they did that multiple times. They go have some big primetime win, and then they just face plant the following week. I think it may have been It may have been the Sunday after they beat the Bills.
It might have been. You might be right. We'll look it up.
And 34-10, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions. And then I saw a clip last night on social media where during the 2024 season, Matt Ryan was going on and on during NFL Today about how important Tua Tagovailoa is to the Miami Dolphins. I didn't know about that. If I'd known about that, even more reason to think. It was just a matter of, you look at the 32 teams, and it wasn't, which
not
of
a lot,
these 7 viable candidates is going to emerge and get to it. It's like, is there really anybody? It's Minnesota and Atlanta. That's it. And I wrote on Saturday. I look at Minnesota's schedule, look at Atlanta's schedule. First of all, you got a bunch of indoor games.
Yeah.
Check.
That's definitely a big deal.
You got some outdoor games. That may be in the cold. Minus.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the other thing with Malik Willis. Can't say you don't have a quarterback that can't play in the cold anymore.
He's not going to be affected by that. We saw him in Chicago in 5 degrees throwing lasers all over the field like it was nothing. I mean, him and Caleb Williams acted like there was no weather that night. So you're right. He's not going to have any problem there. And Miami's got a chance here to really strike gold. As you've heard me say, and I don't think you're disagree. You see, there's superstar talent here from this player. I mean, Malik Willis has superstar potential. It's a special arm. It's a special athlete. And then him going to Green Bay and getting behind Jordan Love and learning from Matt LaFleur, you can see how much it did for his game. And you saw the improvements and how quickly they happened. That's the big thing. And then we joked for 2 years about Jordan Love coming back from injuries too quickly because he was like, damn, that looks too good. I need to get healthy. That's a little scary how good that looks. All right, so all of that, the other part of it, though, with Malik, and you kind of already mentioned it, Miami, no big surprise, all right? But just off of this, I think what I am also a little surprised by, and I don't know anything here behind the curtain or any of the stuff here, I am surprised we didn't hear Arizona involved with Malik Willis at all. I do sit here and go, wait, what is Arizona planning to do at quarterback? I did not think they were just going to sit there with Jacoby Brissett and go, okay, we'll ride with him for the year.
Smoke him if you got him.
I know. So,
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. So it
can't be the starter.
No.
It can't be the starter.
No. And you would think he's the backup, but is it the backup to Jacoby Brissett? Or what, they got other plans here? I don't know, but I guess I was just surprised that I heard no inkling or rumor from Arizona that maybe Malik Willis was going to go there. We'll see if something comes out over the next few days. I certainly didn't hear anything, but regardless, the Dolphins got Malik Willis.
Maybe they like it at Kirk Cousins.
I know, yeah. That could be a possibility. I mean, again, there's history there. You go Mike LaFleur, and it's Matt, and it's McVay, and Shanahan, and they know Kirk Cousins, and they've stayed in contact with him. I know most of that coaching tree throughout his existence in the NFL. So that's definitely a thought, Mike. I'm with you there in that thought.
And this is one of those years where, because of the volume of quarterbacks who are going to be available as of Wednesday, and Tua is the exception where, like the Falcons haven't said to Kirk Cousins, go do whatever you want to do. They are going to cut him tomorrow. It's clear. It was clear from the moment they redid his contract in January. They eventually admitted it at the Combine. They're going to release him. They have a 2-day window to cut him before, like, the rest of his contract is fully guaranteed. They did a quid pro quo where Cousins agreed to a restructuring that reduces the cap number they're going to carry until June 1, because when you do a post-June 1 release, you still have to carry the guy's existing cap number all the way until June. So if you can reduce it by pushing money forward, you do it. So he agreed to all that. He's getting released. But this is going to be like a delayed reaction. Like, I think Wednesday could be almost as interesting as Monday when you factor in and I'm not trying to hype it. Sometimes, folks, just let the thing hype itself. Sometimes it's a little much. We don't have to be carnival barkers here. People are naturally interested. But this is not an effort to hype what tomorrow could be. Tomorrow could be as interesting as Monday when guys are officially released. And where's Geno Smith going to go? Where's Kirk Cousins going to go? What are the Steelers going to do? We're going to talk about them coming up because, hey, we got two, big-name pass catchers now, and Who's going to throw him the ball?
Yeah.
So I just think that there's still the potential, and trades could still happen. I was talking to someone yesterday who's convinced the Eagles have to trade A.J. Brown for cap purposes, and I haven't written anything about it because I can't figure out why there's an urgency to trade him now. Whenever they trade him, it's going to be a problem under their cap. But I think the issue is, and I'm sorry to deviate into this, but it's been on my mind, and I still need to figure this out all the way to the bottom of the wormhole. Apparently, they have so many other cap issues that, like, they have to get rid of him. They have to trade him before next year. That's kind of the loose way it was explained to me. So, and now that they've lost Jalen Phillips, it's easier to trade him before June 1 because that's the other issue, too. The cap charge this year, you take it all if you trade him before June 1. But there's just a sense, not a widespread sense, but from someone with one of the teams is convinced. They've done the research into the Eagles' cap situation, and they're convinced they have got to trade him this year, probably after June 1, but possibly with Phillips leaving, they can do it before June 1. So that's another one to keep an eye on as the week unfolds.
I mean, that's one that I just expect. It's just like, when does the shoe drop? When does it actually happen? And, yeah, does it happen here in the next week or few days, and then they, designate it as post-June 1st or do something like that? I don't know. But I think, yes, most of the league expects A.J. Brown to be on another team rather than the Philadelphia Eagles next year. Yeah, I think that's, kind of the common sense thought in the NFL right now.
All right. One last thing on Malik Willis.
Yeah.
And I had heard, and it's not like this was the tidal wave of what the numbers were going to be. Nobody really could get a feel for what Malik Willis was going to get paid. Last year, Sam Darnold got $33.5 million after 14 regular season wins with the Vikings. So, the market goes all the way to 60, and it started last year at 10.5 with Russell Wilson. It's a big range.
Yes.
Where was it going to land? And someone that I know and someone that I trust and someone who understands the market forces and the dynamics at the Combine, I said, what do you think Willis is going to get? 20 to $25 million. And the final number, boom, right in the middle. $22.5 million per year on a 3-year deal. Surprised it's a 3-year deal, though. I thought he'd have the leverage to insist on 2. And the way it's structured, the first 2 are fully guaranteed, $45 million, $22.5 million a year. The third year, complete team option. So this is where, and you're going to have millions and millions and millions committed yesterday. Well, no. Remember, it's a one-way commitment. Once you get past the guarantees, there may be years left under the contract. The team can rip it up. The player's stuck with it. And so it's a 2-year, $45 million contract as a practical matter from Malik Willis's perspective. From the team's perspective, hey, this guy's great. We're going to pay him the $22.5 million for year 3.
Yeah, well, it's one where I go. I think if you get to that point and they go year 2 and they get done with year 2 and Malik Willis is good, you go, hey, we got a good problem here.
Right.
Yeah, we got a problem. So let's extend him.
Right.
That's great. We want to make you happy. You're the man. But yes, but you're right. It still has.
But you're keeping him off the open market.
Exactly.
You're avoiding the franchise tag.
Right.
There's still a real benefit there. You're in the driver's seat. You have a full year to negotiate the contract with the guy, not just a month or 2.
Totally.
So it's a real benefit to the Dolphins.
100%.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.